Today is April 6, 1692. In the town of Salem, Massachusetts, local residents Abigail Williams, Betty Pears, and Ruth Putnam claim to have seen many townspeople with the devil. These townspeople include Sarah Good, Goody Osborne, Bridget Bishop, George Jacobs, Goody Howe, Martha Bellows, Goody Sibbins, Alice Barrow, Goody Hawkins, and Goody Bieber, and Goody Booth. And the list continues to grow. Many deny being a witch or having anything to do with the devil, but every single person accused has to go to court and stand before the judges Danforth and Hawthorne, where your fate is determined by your confession of witchcraft. Those who confess will be brought back to the light and away from the devil. Those who do not confess will be hung. To determine those involved with witchcraft, Mary Warren, Abigail Williams, and Mercy Lewis and Ruth Putnam have been appointed officials of the court. If someone is a witch, they claim to know it, and if they show it by falling on the floor and shaking uncontrollably. While in court, John Proctor confesses to an affair he had 7 months prior with Abigail Williams. His confession shocks the court and all the citizens of Salem. He claims that Abigail has been lusting over him, and even more so once he ended the affair. Abigail Williams planned on destroying Elizabeth Proctor so that she could be with John. Abigail claimed that Elizabeth sent spirits to stab her with a needle. The only evidence that Abigail had towards Elizabeth was a voodoo doll that did not even belong to Elizabeth. But once John admitted to the affair, his wife Elizabeth denied the affair in open court, saying that John might have lusted over Abigail, but that's all, and he didn't have an affair with her. While Elizabeth's intentions were good and she was only trying to help John, the only thing she did was make matters worse. Because the court did not believe John when he was telling the truth, they only believed Abigail when she was lying. Breaking news. John Proctor is headed to the Salem jail because he is accused of undermining the court. While in court yesterday, John tried to get his wife, Elizabeth Proctor, freed by bringing evidence to show that Abigail was lying and falsely accused Elizabeth, as well as everyone else in Salem. Mary Warren testifies that she, as well as all the other girls who are lying, were only pretending to be affected by witchcraft. Mary's statement goes against everything that Abigail has previously said. The judge does not know who to believe, so he sides with Abigail Williams, which was to be expected. Because when Danforth has presented evidence, he doesn't usually change his mind, and Abigail Williams came to him first. This just in. It has been brought to my attention that Abigail Williams, our star witness of the Salem witch trials, has left Salem, along with Mercy Lewis, another star witness. During these trials, Prior to leaving town, Abigail stole 31 pounds from her uncle, Reverend Pears. Their whereabouts are currently unknown, but we are led to believe that they both got on a ship and sailed away. It is very peculiar to me that they left right in the middle of the trials. It makes me wonder whether she's as innocent as she claims to be. I don't recall any case where a witness who was telling the truth did not stay throughout the whole trial. Why did she leave? Why was she not telling the truth? These are questions that will hopefully soon be answered. It's 3 months later, and John Proctor is currently in the Salem jail. John would not confess to witchcraft, so he is now in jail awaiting his punishment, which will ultimately be death, unless he confesses to witchcraft. Today at dawn, he is scheduled to be hung. John is said to be a very respected man in Salem, so I don't think the citizens are going to take it well. His loss will affect everyone in Salem, whether you believed he was involved in witchcraft or not. Reverend Hale has just returned to town, and he's headed straight for the courthouse. There's a rumor he's trying to convince John to confess to witchcraft so that he will not be hung. Many are saying Reverend Hale feels guilty because he realized the claim that Abigail was lying was true, and he feels guilty about the 12 deaths that occurred. But John Proctor does not want to admit to witchcraft and sin even more. But then Elizabeth convinces him that he should confess because of the children, so that he could take care of them. Soon after, he changes his mind and rips up his confession and dies a martyr fighting for what he believed.